Good afternoon to one and all. Now, today, what we are going to do is today we are going to talk about your lesson number second, which is from your unit number 4. Okay, and which talks about giving of presentation. Now, whenever you have, many of us have, come across giving the presentation. I don't know how much it is true for the first year students, but the third year students and second year students, they must have definitely come across, giving a presentation during your second year or their first year of your B pharmacy. Uh, Same way must be true also for the first year students who must have been told to give the presentation during their 10th or maybe during their 12th or maybe for some other time they were exposed to giving of presentation. Now, whenever somebody is asked to give a presentation, 50 to 60% of the time, the individual is basically very afraid to give the presentation. There is a fear that is there in the mind of the people. Okay, when it comes to giving of the presentation. So, in the first topic of our giving a presentation, we are going to we are going to study that how you are going to cope up with this fear, how you are going to overcome this fear, and how come you are going to how you'll be able to give this presentation without any fear. Okay, now what I am present doing is I am presenting you. Okay, you must have found out many a times that many of the professors, they are having a very good knowledge about the subject, but they are not able to present, okay, in front of the students. They either talk to themselves or they are not looking, they are not giving the eye contact. They talk very softly, and loss of mind, loss of track of the topic. This happens with most of the individuals. Okay, when they are giving the presentation. Very few people are able to give the presentation very effectively, whereby what they want to tell is reached to the audience of the arts. Okay, now this fear is a very common thing that happens when you are giving a presentation. This is a very common form of anxiety, and it ranges. Some may have a slight nervousness before giving the presentation, which every individual has. Now I may be presenting, I may be a lecture from last 12 to 13 years. Okay, 15 years I have completed in this college itself. I have given number of presentation. Every year I teach number of subjects, but still, before the start of the lecture, there is a slight amount of nervousness which is always there. So it can start with a slight amount of nervousness, which is very common, and it may lead up to so much amount of fear or so much of anxiety that there is a total paralysis in the sense that the mind gets paralyzed. A person is not able to is not able to speak. There is a panic. He shivers. Okay, shaking of hand. The voice is there is a querying of voice. आदमी ठीक ढंग से बात नहीं कर पाता. And these all things happen when a person is exposed to public speaking or giving of his presentation. Now let us see some of the tips, how you can overcome this fear, because at some moment or the other you are going to give the presentation in your life. After you join the college, maybe within 2 or 3 months itself, you will have to give the presentation on particular topics in your continuous assignment, which the teacher would be telling you. So how you can overcome this fear, and how can you give this presentation very effectively? Let us see some of the points that you can do. The first thing that you have to do is, in order to overcome the fear, is basically to know your topic very well. If you know your topic very well, if you have revised your topic very well, if you have rehearsed your topic very well, if the topic is of your choice, if the topic is you have properly research that topic, and you have read it number of the times, if you know the topic very well in and out, then the fear is reduced, because you have the knowledge about the particular topic. So the first thing that you should do is you should know the topic very well. Okay. So you better understand your topic in a very nice way before you start speaking on that. It is very less likely, or there are less chances of you making any mistake or you going off track from the topic if you know this topic very well. And even if you go off track from the topic, on the topic that you know very well, then you can easily come back to the topic because the topic is thoroughly known to you. Now you should also take out some time in order to understand what kinds of question would be going to be asked to you on that particular topic. What are the things that the audience may ask you, the questions, different questions that they may be asking you. So try to analyze that also, that once you are prepared, once you are going to give a presentation, what are the points on which the questions may be asked, and also you prepare the answers for it also. So once you do that, you are confident that any question that comes to you, you are prepared with the answer, you are ready with the answer. So that is again going to reduce a little bit amount of your fear. Okay. So the first important thing that you have to do is, in order to overcome the fear, is to know the topic in and out very well. Okay. So you can, if you know the topic very well, then you can definitely give a presentation on it. Let me ask, one of the participants. Let me ask, say, Deshmukh Rutuja. Okay, Deshmukh Rutuja, can you tell me who is your favorite? Tell me first of all your favorite sports. What is your favorite sports, Rutuja? If you have any sports.
Cricket, sir.
Cricket is your favorite sports. Okay, fine. And who is your favorite cricketer?
Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Mahendra Singh Dhoni is your favorite cricketer. You also have movie on Mahendra Singh Dhoni, right? So if I ask Rutuja now to give a presentation on, say, Sunil Gavaskar.
डांस की वो मंगल
Yeah. So if I ask now Rutuja to give a presentation on Sunil Gavaskar, she would not be that much comfortable. But at the same time, if I ask Rutuja to give a presentation on Mahendra Singh Dhoni, she would be more, she would be less of fears. Okay. The reason being because she knows the topic very well. In the similar manner, many a times there will be a topic which will be of your interest if you are asked to select a topic. But there will be many topics which may not be of your interest when you are not asked to select a topic. So when the topic that has been asked to you to present, which is not of your interest, okay, which you don't know that much, then there is a fear that is going to happen. But at the same time, if you do a research on it, if you learn about the particular person, then it won't be difficult for you to give the topic. Okay. So that is how it is. So you should know the topic very well. That is the first thing that you should do. Now, after knowing the topic, the second thing that you have to do is you have to organize very well in order to reduce your fear. So many a times, if the things are not in place, then there are chances of the anxiety level going very high. Just for an example, what do you mean by getting organized? Okay. When you get organized means what? You should have your laptop. In my case, when I'm giving the presentation, I'm giving the presentation on the laptop. So I should have my laptop ready. I should see to that proper, the proper apps are installed into it. I have properly pasted my the presentation, the PPT in the proper place, that is on the desktop. I should see whether I can open this laptop or not. Okay, well, I'm able to open this presentation or not. I should be present to the lecture some 5 to 10 minutes before. You must have always find me, before you log in, I'm always ready with my presentation. I'm ready with all the apps, etc. are open. If I'm using a laptop, then I should see that what is the battery level into it. There are chances that the battery, the computer may shut off. Okay, the laptop may shut off. Okay, and all the things are in place. This is what is organized in my case. if I have prepared some notes, and if I am going to refer those notes, then I should see that the notes are handy to me. They are kept near to me. Okay, I should see that there is nobody around in the room. I should see that I have properly bolted the room so that nobody comes inside the room, and so on and so forth. There is no noise that is there around to me, so on and so forth. So this is the organization. This is the properly organized thing that I have to do. Okay. In the similar manner, if you are giving a presentation in some conferences, if you are going to go to some place and going to give the presentation, then all these things you have to see that all the props, all the audio, all the visuals that you are going to show are at proper place. Okay. The more you get organized, okay, the less nervous you are. Okay. For that matter, if possible, and if the place is nearby you where you are going to give the presentation, try to visit that place. Try to get a feel of that place. Try to know your audience. For that matter, if you can, try to know your audience also. Try to know the likes of your audience, so on and so forth. So this all makes you organized in a very proper way. So once you are organized, once you are settled, then giving the presentation becomes more easier. If you're not properly organized, if you're not properly settled, if there is some problem that is going to happen, light chala gaya, ye ho gaya, wo ho gaya, internet is not there, so on and so forth. If that is the problem that are going to happen, your audios are not getting open, your videos are not getting open at the proper time, your presentation is not getting open, then it adds to your nervousness. Okay, and the fear factor, it increases further. Okay, because then what is happening is the anxiety is increasing. Okay, your adrenaline is more secreted, and more the adrenaline is secreted, more you are anxious, more chances are that you make the mistakes, and this vicious cycle goes on. And as you make the mistake, again you are what you call that, you get more disorganized, more anxiety level, more mistakes, and these go on happening. So it is always good to get organized before the start of your presentation. So the first thing I told you is know your topic very well. Okay, prepare a proper presentation, then get yourself and all your tools, etc. Get properly organize yourself. The third thing that you are going to do is, in order to reduce the fear, is practice your presentation. After practicing, practice some more time your presentation. Okay, so you should practice this presentation number of times, several times, at least in the beginning, if you are having fear. Okay, if you are having fear, then practice this presentation as many numbers of times as possible. Go through your presentation, try to understand what you want to tell to the people. Okay, do it, practice it in front of the people that you are, people you know. Okay, people who know the topic also. Okay, try to do it in front of them, maybe your colleagues, maybe your juniors, okay, maybe your seniors. Okay, those are not going to attend your presentation, try to show them your presentation. Okay, take some useful tips from them, take some feedback from them. Okay, whatever feedback they have given, try to implement those feedback in your presentation. You can also try giving this presentation to the people that you don't know, because many times in front of your friends, in front of your colleagues, in front of your juniors, you're quite comfortable giving the presentation. But when it comes to giving the presentation to unknown people, you basically become discomfortable. Okay, so try to give the presentation to the people whom you have not already met. So these are the people that you are not familiar with. So first of all, practice it yourself, then practice it in front of your the people you know, then practice it in front of the people whom you don't know, whom you are not familiar with or less familiar with. Okay, and then one more thing that you can do is you can prepare the video of your presentation. Okay, now it is quite easily possible. Like I give this presentation gets recorded. The same kind of presentation that gets recorded, which you can see afterwards also, isn't it? Which I put it on YouTube also, right? So try to give the presentation. Earlier it was said that give the presentation, or actors ko bolte the ki they should speak their dialogues in front of the mirror. Many of the dancers are told to dance in front of the mirror. Okay, in the dancing classes, In the similar manner, presentation you can do in the front of the mirror, or you can record your presentation and then see your presentation yourself. Once you watch it, you will find out the mistakes from it, and each mistake is an opportunity. Okay, each mistake is an opportunity for improvement. Take each and every mistake, take each and every suggestion, take each and every feedback, take each and every criticism as an opportunity to improve yourself. Okay, so the next step would be, after knowing your topic, after getting organized properly, the next step would be practice, and practice more, practice hard. Okay, somewhere I have also mentioned in my further slides that before you go to the presentation, one day before, 1 hour before, you should practice. It should not happen. You should rehearse it. Okay, it should not happen that I have practiced for 3-4 days, then I am off my presentation. I'm not looking at it, and I directly go and present. That should not happen. Okay, 1 hour before, 2 hours before your presentation, you are going to give your presentation. Before that, or one day before, you should always go through your presentation. Okay. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to challenge your specific worries. Okay. Now you're afraid because there are some, you're foreseeing some bad things that are going to happen. Okay, that is one aspect. Second aspect is, as you are afraid, something bad is going to happen. Okay, so there are, in both the ways, you see something bad that is going to happen, you foresee that something bad is going to happen in future, that's why you are afraid. Secondly, if you are afraid, something bad is going to happen. So in both the ways, you see something is coming in front of you. There are specific worries that you have. Okay, जैसे स्पेसिफिक वरीज हो गए कि शायद मैं भूल जाऊंगा मैंने जो किया हुआ है, that may be a worry. That is forgetfulness. I won't remember those things. A worry may be that the power may go off. A worry may be that my presentation would not open. A worry may be my presentation may become boring. Okay, the worry may be that the questions that are asked to me after my presentation, I won't be in a position to answer. So there are different worries that you have, and because of these worries, what is happening is there is a fear that is coming into your mind, and that is why you are afraid of giving the presentation. Okay, then maybe a worry that I may blank out. So these are the worries that are there, and because of that, you are afraid to give the presentation. And as you are afraid to give the presentation, definitely some mistakes you are going to do. So the best way that you can do is, in order to cope up with the situation, is jot down all the worries that you are feeling, that what all can happen. I may forget the presentation. So I may forget the presentation. This is your worry. Then what is the solution for it? My presentation may get boring. That is your worry. Jot it down. Then find out what I can do in order to make my presentation interesting. The worry is I may not be able to answer the questions. The solution would be you yourself find out different questions. What may be asked by the people, and try to find out the answers for it. Okay, so the worry may be that my presentation may not open, or the light may go. Then what to do? Then what you have to do is, in that case, the solution would be, you have to find out the solution. The solution would be, can somebody tell me what would be the solution? The worry is that you are standing, you go on the podium and the light goes off. And as the light goes off, you are not able to open your presentation. You are not able to open your PPT. आपका time है present करने का. What you are going to do? This is the worry. So what is the solution for it? Can anybody tell me the solution? There are 49 students who have joined now.
Sir,
yeah, who is it?
Yeah, sir, this is Meet, sir.
Yeah, Mir, tell me, what would be the solution according to you?
Sir, see, according to me, if I am going to present in any such places in which I know that there can be a shortage of light, or there can be a cut of light, so I can back up with my generators or some batteries so that I can present my presentation in a very proper
Okay,
without any
fine,
problem.
right. So he means to say that, make your battery in such a way, take your own laptop along with you, so that even if the light goes, okay, the light has gone, not to worry, open your own laptop, उसमें से देख के presentation दे दो. लेकिन समझो किसी के पास लैपटॉप नहीं है मीर, तो क्या करेगा वो? Some other solution? No laptop is there. Somebody wants to, not Mihir now. Somebody else? Maybe Sharma Shreya. Sharma Shreya, are you there? Sharma Shreya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shreya, tell me. Now, Mihir has said that I will take my laptop along with me, which is properly backed up, है ना, बैटरी वगैरह उसकी फुल है, तो उसमें से देख मैं दूंगा. अगर वहां की लाइट चली भी गई जहाँ पे मुझे प्रेजेंटेशन देना है, समझो मुझे हॉलिडे इन में जाके प्रेजेंटेशन देना है मिहिर को, तो मिहिर को ऐसा लग रहा है थर्सडे का टाइम है, शायद लाइट चली जाएगी, तो वही मिहिर विल टेक हिज ओन लैपटॉप and he will see to it that it is properly charged, okay, and he is going to see from his present from that. But supposing Shreya, you don't have a laptop of yourself, then what will you do? What solution do you have? Light जा सकती है, so what will it? Yes,
So maybe I'll carry some files and papers with me. as an option.
fantastic. See, any problem, you just have to think about the problem, and what happens is the solution comes in front of you. मैंने मिहिर को एक प्रॉब्लम बताया, he came up with the solution. I just again countered that solution also, and I posed upon with further challenges. What happened? Another solution came. In the similar manner, each and every problem has a solution. Okay, what if there is a problem? Soumya, you tell me. Soumya Banerjee, you tell me if there is a problem whereby I fear that I may forget what is to be told to the people during the presentation. एक कोट है, मुझे गांधी जी का कोट बताना है, and I fear that quote I may forget at that moment. मुझे याद नहीं रहेगा. What I should do? Soumya, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, sir.
Please.
So if you are going to give a presentation, so before preparing for any presentation where we feel that we might forget us something, we can prepare a small note or we can write it down. So while giving the presentation, it will come handy.
क्या बात है. Very nice. So any problem, if each and every problem is going to have a solution, then should I be afraid? I should not be afraid. Because whatever worries you have during the presentation, whatever problems you think is going to have because of which you are worried and because of which you are afraid, just jot it down. Find out the alternative solution to it and just act on that solution. Okay, understood? This is not only true for your presentation. Okay, this is true for any kind of a fear that you have. I have fear during the examination. So find out what is the fear that you have during the examination. Okay, I have problem during riding a bike. So why do I have a problem? What I am afraid of? What are the challenges that are coming in front of me? Find out those challenges, jot down those challenges, okay, and then find out the solution for it. You yourself can come up with the solution, different solutions. Work on those solutions. Okay, so you challenge specific worries that you think you might face during the presentation. Okay, once you know that any worry coming in front of me, I have a solution for it, what happens is you become confident, and many a times whatever worries that you have thought of are going to come, that actually never happens only. That doesn't happen. You never forget the things. You feel that you are going to forget, but you never forget the things. You feel that the light will go, the light never goes. You feel that you won't be able to read the course, you are able to read the course. You feel that your presentation would be boring, no, everybody enjoys it. Okay, you are more critical about yourself than the others are. Please remember that. So don't try to be critical of yourself. मुझे problem I have a problem whereby I don't have command on English language. This is the problem that I am having. Okay, so I want one minute. I'll just take Pranav Shinde. Pranav Shinde, are you there? Pranav Shinde, supposing I have a problem whereby I am not able to, I am from vernacular medium and I am not able to speak in English. If that is a problem, Pranav, are you there? Pranav, are you there? Yes, Pranav, I can hear you. I can hear you, Pranav. Now, Pranav, please tell me, I have a problem whereby my English is not good. I have to give the presentation in English. What should I do? How should I overcome this fear? How should I overcome this worry? How should I overcome this problem? I am from a vernacular medium. Yeah, tell me. Anybody else who can tell me the solution for this?
Sir, can I?
What is this?
Sir, Chirag.
Yeah, Chirag. Yeah, Chirag, tell me. What will you do?
Sir, so firstly, I will ask them if they are comfortable with Hindi language, and I will try.
Very nice.
And I will try to make up with English, little bit of English also, and Hindi also.
Fantastic. So this, you can change your language. Absolutely right. You can ask them. And many times, I don't know how many of you have noticed, you go for a presentation expecting that the presentation would be in English, and the person starts in Marathi or the person starts in Hindi, and you would have seen that there is a lot of applause that he's getting. Have you observed it? I don't know how many of you have observed it, but this is a common thing that happens. He starts in a vernacular language or he starts in a Hindi language and he gets a lots of applause, isn't it? So it is that, so every problem has some solution or the other. The next thing that you can do is, in order to reduce the fear, is you visualize your success. Okay, visualize your success means what? When you feel that your presentation is going to go down, it is not going to become successful, more times it doesn't become successful. Okay, so always try to bring the positive thoughts into your mind. आप जितना पॉजिटिव सोचोगे उतना पॉजिटिव होगा, आप जितना नेगेटिव सोचोगे उतना नेगेटिव होगा. Okay, so these positive thoughts, if you inbuild those kinds of positive thoughts, thinking that yes, I'm going to give the presentation, I'm going to be very successful. I'm just like I would be thinking, today I'm going to teach my students, regarding giving presentation, and because of my lecture, they are going to understand this topic and so on and so forth. It is going to be a wonderful lecture. If I think that in my mind, then the lecture is always going to be successful. If I think in my mind, oh my God, will the students understand? Will I be able to, give justification to this topic? Will the students find it interesting? This is a non-technical subject. This subject has to do nothing with pharmacy. So will the student enjoy my lecture? Or the student will get bored? It is in the afternoon time. So the students would have had their lunch by now. So will the student be, awake or not? Will the student just open their, just click to the link and not be present? These all are kind of a negative thoughts. Instead of that, the thoughts that should come to my mind, oh, very good. The students would have had their lunch. They would be having the energy in order to attend my lecture. I have to give the lecture on communication skill, a very interesting topic, a very easy topic for the students to understand, and so on and so forth. I'm going to give very, very nice lecture. I'm going to be very successful. Yeah, they're going to like. I will be able to answer all the questions that have been posed to me by them. I have a very good knowledge about the topic. So these things, if I go on imagining, okay, then if I imagine that my presentation is going to go well, then the presentation goes well. Because I am reducing on my anxiety. I am reducing on my fear. I am not thinking about the worries, but I am thinking about success. Okay, so visualize your success. If still you feel that there is some level of anxiety which many of them have, okay, like when the players they come to for batting, etc., they have some anxiety. So what they do is, the main important thing in order to reduce the anxiety is do some deep breathing. This is the deep breathing. Once you do the deep breathing, once you close your eyes, sit quietly for 2 to 3 minutes before you want to give the presentation. Meditate a little bit. This is useful when you give your examination also. So close your eyes, sit calmly, okay. Think about the God, think about all the good things that are around you, right? Calm yourself, do some deep breathing, and once you do that, okay, what happens is whatever the anxiety level has shooted up, it slowly it comes down, okay, and the fear that was there, that also comes down, right? So you are more confident in order to go to the podium and give your speech, okay. So try some deep breathing. If the anxiety level is high, try this deep breathing before your presentation. For 100% try this before you go to your presentation, okay, or before your examination, or before whatever thing you are feared of, okay. Do this and then appear for the examination, then appear for your presentation, okay. You'll always be successful. You always have to, the next thing that you're going to try out in order to reduce your fear is focus on the material. Don't focus on the attention on the audience. If you focus on the audience, what the audience are doing, is he sitting properly or not, okay, is he paying attention or not, okay, then you will get distracted. Remember that the audience over there are for the new information. They are not over there to see whether you are giving a good presentation or not. For example, all the 50 students who came for this lecture at 3 o'clock, they never came in order to see कि वानी सर कैसा देंगे, वानी सर कुछ गलती करेंगे क्या, वानी सर को अपन पकड़ सकते हैं. They never came for that. They came to this presentation in order to learn some new things about a new topic. So they are not going to observe me. They are going to observe more of the presentation. They are going to observe more of the content. Okay. So even if you are a little bit of nervous, they may not look at you also. They may not understand also. Okay. So even if you are nervous, then the nervousness is within you. Even if you make some mistakes, they may not even notice also what mistakes you have made. Okay. And if by at all, if you make any mistake, if you are nervous or something happens to you, many a time, while performing the program, कभी कभी मूछे गिर जाती है, you are performing some act or some किसी का टोपी गिर जाता है, and something of that sort happens. What do the audience do? Audience root for you so that you can perform better, isn't it? They don't tease you. In the similar manner, during your presentation, if you get a little bit of nervous, okay, if there is a moment of silence, which we are going to see further, okay, in my further point, if there is a moment of silence, if you have skipped out to some point, okay, in that case, what is going to happen? These audience, they are going to help you out, okay, in order to make your presentation successful. They are not there to bring down your presentation. They are over there to make your presentation successful. So don't worry, they will help you out. The next point is, if there is a moment of silence, कभी कभी हो जाता है. Just for an example, I say कि focus on your material, not on the attendance, and I am silent because I am not able to speak the further point. Or I say, don't fear a moment of silence, and then I go blank. What I should talk after that? I am not able to understand. If this thing happens, don't worry. Okay, don't lose your track. Don't feel nervous. Okay, there are moments of blank that happen. Okay? These problems do happen. So don't worry. this you may feel that you have remained silent for a long period of time, but no, you have remained silent only for 3 to 4 seconds. So you don't have to worry for that. In reality, it is only a few seconds for which you have remained silent. Come back on the track. People will not notice you also that you have gone silent. And even if the silence is for a longer period of time, then also don't worry. Okay? Because sometimes the audience also wants some moment of silence so that they can gain their thoughts back. Okay? If they have lost the track, if you are too fast, then in order to gain your thought, in order to memorize the things, sometimes the audience also require a moment of silence. Okay? So don't worry, even if you pause during your presentation, if you go blank out during your presentation for a few moments, don't worry, regain your thoughts, have a little bit of water that is kept on the podium. Okay? Again, do some deep breathing, compose yourself, and start with the presentation. Okay? So even if there is a moment of silence, don't fear that moment of silence. Okay? It happens with many people. Regain back your confidence and start with the presentation. The next thing that you are going to do is recognize your success. Once the presentation is over, okay, tell yourself, fantastic job done. Okay, so Mir is going to tell himself, once Mir completes his presentation, then Mir is going to tell himself, yes, fantastic job done, Mir, you are great. I am going to say to myself, yes, Manish, you have done a very good presentation. Today you have completed one of the topic very successfully. That is how to overcome the fear, and the students have liked it very much. Pat yourself, pat your own back. Okay. Remember that you are more critical about yourself. आपको ये लगता है अरे यार स्टूडेंट को समझा होगा कि नहीं, अरे मैंने ये सिखाया उनको ध्यान में आया होगा कि नहीं. They are there to understand. Don't worry. Okay. So don't worry about the audience. They are not critical about your presentation. They don't say your presentation is bad. Okay. You worry about you don't worry about it. Okay. Pack yourself. See if any specific worries has occurred. आपने जो worry सोचा था, whether that problem occurred or not, or were you able to overcome that, or some other problem occurred. And if that problem has occurred, were you able to overcome that? If not, then just remember that problem in your mind. Next time when I give the presentation, I have to take care of this point. The problem that happened was that, the pointer, this is the pointer. The pointer that you have taken was not working because, the batteries were dead. So remember to keep some extra pair of batteries from next time with you, because this problem you had never thought in your mind. Okay, but this happened. So try to keep an extra pointer, try to keep an extra batteries along with you, so that the pointer becomes handy to you. Okay, and remember that everyone is going to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. एक बहुत अच्छी कहावत है, जो काम करता है वो मिस्टेक करता है, जो काम नहीं करता वो कभी मिस्टेक नहीं करता. In the similar manner, the person who gives the presentation is going to make the mistake. The person who prepares the presentation is going to make the mistake. The person who doesn't work, the person who doesn't give the presentation is never going to make a mistake. So काम करने वाला हमेशा mistake करेगा. आपको उसमें डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. You 49 people are not going to make mistake in this 1 hour because you are not doing anything. If at all there is a mistake that is going to happen, that is going to happen from my side only. Because I am presenting, you are just listening. So each and every mistake you have to consider as an opportunity for improvement. Yes, okay, today I have made this mistake, tomorrow I am not going to make this mistake. What do you feel? Was I the same person when I finished my college while giving the presentation? No, मुझे presentation बनाना भी नहीं आता था. खैर हमारे टाइम पे तो PPT भी नहीं होता था. That is a different thing. But giving the presentation was very difficult for me. When I joined the lectureship, maybe some 16, 17 years back, or before that also when I joined the industry and when I had to give the presentation over there, I was afraid to give the presentation. But over the period of years, I have learned from my mistakes. I know where I make mistakes, and I've tried to overcome that mistake. I've tried to learn it. I've tried to improve it. And that's why I'm confident today to give any kind of presentation. Many a times after doing all these things, okay, whatever things I told you, knowing your topic, practicing, rehearsing, recognizing your success, visualizing yourself to be successful, okay, not fearing a moment of silence, taking deep breath, all the things I have tried. But many a times I am not able to overcome the fear. Okay. Though I do all the things, I am not able to overcome the fears. In such cases, if you feel that after doing all the things, you are not able to overcome the fear, you are not able to give the presentation properly, still you are afraid to go on the podium, in that case, you have to take support, external support. There are some groups who support you. There are some groups which takes fees and they give you formal training for preparing and delivering the presentation. Join those. There are some NGOs who don't charge anything. They are non-profit making organization. Okay, which train the people in public speaking, train the people in leadership skill. One of the such group which is famous all over the world is this Toastmasters Club of India. On the left hand side corner, you can see. Okay, Toastmasters Club of it is all over the world. So you have Toastmasters Club of Mumbai, Toastmasters Club of Nagpur, Toastmasters Club of say LA, and so on and so forth. So हर जगह पे ये Toastmasters Club होते हैं. Okay, one of your senior who is now in final year, that is Maitreyi Deshpande. She is the member of this Toastmasters Club of Pune. Toastmasters, this specific club, Toastmasters Club of Pune West. Okay, and she attends their meeting. She gives, she does public speaking over there. And if you happen to hear her on the podium, you will understand how well she has equipped herself, how well she has groomed herself in order to give the presentations. Okay, so in a similar manner, these are non-profit making organizations. They don't charge you anything. If you are staying in Kothur, then this is the address. It is in Eranmane, okay, near Kalmadi Junior College. It is over here. In the similar manner, आपके area में भी Toastmasters Club होगा. Wherever you stay, you will be having Toastmasters Club. That you can join and you can improve your public speaking. Okay. So this is all about your how to overcome your public speaking. Tomorrow we are going to start about your planning, how to plan your presentation.